you gotta be kidding me. Guys, I think I just caught my new personal least. Chunky smallmouth, baby. The colors on that thing. Look at that guy right there. All right, guys, before we jump into today's video, I gotta thank today's sponsor, Sawyer. Listen, I thought in the Southeast we had the market cornered on bugs, but for this Midwest adventure, I found out we ain't even close to some of the skeeters they've got in the Midwest. That's why I always have this in my PFD, because honestly, I probably would have got caught with my pants down because I just didn't think the bugs were gonna be that bad. Midwest, y'all got some bugs. That's why you need some Sawyer. This Picaridin travel lotion pack is a lifesaver when it comes to always having bug repellent with you when you really need it. All right, so after spending the morning on Ashtabula and having a bit of a bust, we decided to move back to another lake, and we've got smallmouth on the board right out the gate. Number 2 on the spinnerbait. That's the second one on the spinnerbait in a little minute. So we're going to keep messing with that for a bit. The colors on that thing, pretty fish. Guys, I just got my personal best North Dakota largemouth because it's the only largemouth I've ever caught in North Dakota. Look at that guy right there. Skipping a spinnerbait under docks. It's a great summertime technique that I use a lot to catch a lot of fish, and not a lot of people do it. So let's get this guy measured and get him back in the water. Oh, you guys are not going to believe this. So I took that largemouth and was getting ready to take the photo, but because there's so much boat traffic out here, I was going to do it up on my lap, and it flipped and in the water, so I didn't get a photo. But yeah, regardless of how big it was, it's my personal best largemouth for North Dakota. So, haha! Let's see if we can get one more before we get to the truck. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're in the shade, boys and girls. I ran to a shady spot and started catching them. Had one on the first cast that jumped off, and just caught this one on the second cast. Let's get this guy measured so I can get the rod back in the water. Another little guy on the spinnerbait. Looks like this might be my ticket for getting my numbers. Then we can focus on upgrading after that. Calm down, little buddy. I've got a popper that I'm planning on using this evening. It's one Shimano makes. It's got the little flasher thing inside of it.
Oh, okay.
The cool thing about that one is it pops and it walks, but it sits still more. So you get a really good hookup ratio with it. Oh! First cast, one smashed the top water. And I missed it. Oh, there's another one. Nice! Nice. Look at that guy. Love him on the top water. Where's another one? Well, he hit that thing with reckless abandon and he wasn't much bigger than the lure. Yeah. It is. Oh, shoot. If it's a bass, it's a donkey. That's what I said. It's big, whatever it is. It's like pull drag a couple times. I might need your help for a photo. It's a smallmouth. Get the heck out of here. Well, it ain't as big as I thought it was, but it was big.
Yeah. I mean, after you get used to catching those, you know.
Yeah.
The little guys.
Well, I mean, it was pull and drag, though.
Come out of nowhere.
Well, guys, another day has come to an end. Got some good fish on the topwater today. Got numbers on a small spinnerbait. We're gonna fish it on down till it's good and dark. I'm only about 5 fish away from finishing up North Dakota. Got to thank my buddy James Francis for making that happen. But it looks like we're gonna run out of daylight and we're gonna have to at least put in one more morning. So I'll be back out here tomorrow morning, North Dakota, the Catch 22 Challenge. Good morning, everybody. So listen, it is day 3, really like 2.5 because I got a little short evening session in when I first got here. But we're gonna finish up, we're hoping to finish up the Catch 22 Challenge North Dakota today. In fact, we have to because James talked to his wife last night and said he would be home for lunch. So we're getting out here right at daylight. Sun is not even up yet. We're gonna see if we can smash a few North Dakota smallies, put a check box next to North Dakota, and head to South Dakota. Here we go. It's gonna be one of them days, I guess, boys and girls. It's a Ned Tickler day. You know it's getting desperate when I break out the Ned rig. First fish of the day. Getting us on the board. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Guys, I think I just caught my new personal least. Look at this giant. Oh, you better get in this boat, you little bastard. Ooh. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that giant right there, boys and girls. Like I said, might be my new personal least. We're about to find out. By 1/4 of an inch. Boom! New personal least. All right, guys, so caught a bunch of dinks getting my limit up and then threw up against the rocks and got a little bit, actually a lot better smallmouth. Look at that thing right there, son. And guess what? This is the 22nd fish. What a way to finish a challenge. And apparently James is like, no, we're not going out like that. You've got some dinks you can knock off the board. We got another place we're gonna go and catch a largemouth. So I'm gonna pull this thing out the net, show it to y'all knuckleheads, and then we are going to catch 2 safety fish in case I got bad photos or something. Then we're gonna get on the road. But look at this. Chunky smallmouth, baby. All right, we have got basically 1 more fish to go to catch our 22. We're gonna catch 1 safety fish. Oh man, dude. Cut the crap out of me. Just crapped all over me. Look at that pretty little thing. Well, hey to you.
Morning.
Morning.
Any fish in the lake?
Yeah.
Couple of them.
Like this one. Monster.
Yeah. There's some good ones.
Yeah.
It's got a real nasty.
Algae bloom been here?
What's that?
This algae bloom that's kind of going on?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen this algae bloom?
I just lost that one without a photo too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know,
Trying to change hands and it flipped away. All right, guys, so look, I've got to thank this dude right here. If it wasn't for him, I would not have my 22 fish. He's been a source of information, encouragement, inspiration, all of that. But James, I got to be honest with you, man. When you first called me, you told me in the military, and then we're sitting there having a drink last night. And by drink, I mean I was drinking Diet Coke and he was drinking Sprite. We're having a drink and he mentioned he was in the Air Force. And I was like, wait a second, I thought you said you were in the military.
My heart hurts.
Dagger! Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a love affair with the Air Force, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Part of my career in Stuttgart, Germany, I worked with, or actually I worked for the Air Force. And so it was really cool to work with those guys and for those guys. You know, we do give them a lot of crap, but realistically, what people don't realize about the Air Force is, from a standpoint of logistics, none of the other services work well without the airlift capabilities of the Air Force. So even though we give them a lot of crap because they wear powder blue uniforms and they wear ascots and they build the golf course first and then the base, the Air Force serves an integral part in why you can walk around in this country and be free and not have to worry about stuff raining down on your head. So next time you see an Air Force person, instead of shaking your head, thank them. But here's one other reason that I really love the Air Force. You're gonna like this one, James. I really love the Air Force because they've got it down when it comes to how you do military right. When a war breaks out, they're the last ones in, okay? And then they're the first ones out. So last in, first out. And the beautiful thing about it is, here's my favorite part of the Air Force. Anytime I was in a conflict or deployment or somewhere and we didn't really know when we were going home, all we had to do is pay attention. And when the Air Force started leaving, we knew we could leave in about 2 weeks to a month. So anyway, let's catch some more fish.